Have you ever walked away from a social gathering feeling like a phone with 1% battery left? Like someone literally unplugged your soul and sucked out every ounce of your mental energy? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of why some people feel completely exhausted after socializing. And trust me, it's way more interesting than you might think. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by people, laughing, chatting, seemingly having the time of your life. But inside, you're secretly plotting your escape route, calculating exactly how long you can maintain this social performance before your internal battery hits critical levels. Sound familiar? You might just be what psychologists call a highly sensitive person or an introvert with a serious social energy management problem. Let's break down what's really happening in your brain when social interactions feel like running a mental marathon. It's not just in your head. Well, actually, it is literally in your head, but you know what I mean? Our brains are incredible, complex machines that process an insane amount of information during social interactions. Every facial expression, tone of voice, subtle body language cue, your brain is working overtime, decoding these social signals like some kind of emotional FBI agent. For some people, this processing isn't just a light jog. It's a full-on psychological triathlon. Imagine your brain as a supercomputer that's constantly running multiple complex programs simultaneously. While an extrovert's computer might have a high-performance cooling system, an introvert's brain is essentially overheating, desperately trying to manage all the incoming social data. But here's the plot twist. This isn't a weakness. It's actually a superpower in disguise. Highly sensitive people and introverts have an incredible depth of emotional intelligence that most people can only dream of. You're not broken. You're just wired differently. Your brain is like a Ferrari, high performance, but requiring more specialized maintenance. Neurologically speaking, this social exhaustion is linked to something called sensory processing sensitivity. It's a personality trait characterized by a greater depth of cognitive processing, higher emotional reactivity, and increased sensitivity to external stimuli. In other words, you're not just hearing conversations, you're feeling them, analyzing them, storing them in some deep emotional vault. Sounds intense, right? That's because it is. Your brain is essentially doing emotional heavy lifting while others are just casually lifting social weights. And just like a hardcore gym session leaves your muscles sore, these intense social interactions leave your mental muscles completely wiped out. Want to know the craziest part? This isn't something you can simply get over or toughen up about. It's hardwired into your neurological blueprint. Your brain is running a different operating system, one that requires more processing time, more recovery, and more understanding. Hey, if you're nodding along and feeling seen right now, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, because trust me, we're just getting started on this wild ride of understanding why your social battery drains faster than a smartphone at a music festival. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So, you might be wondering, okay, I understand I'm wired differently, but how do I actually survive in a world that seems designed for social butterflies? Great question, and spoiler alert, it's not about changing who you are, but about understanding and working with your unique psychological blueprint. Think of your social energy like a unique cryptocurrency. While extroverts have a high circulation, easily traded social coin, yours is more like a rare, high-value digital asset. It doesn't mean it's less valuable. Quite the opposite. It means you need to be strategic about how you invest and manage your social energy. Let's talk survival strategies. First and foremost, boundaries are not just important. They're your psychological lifeline. Imagine your social energy as a limited edition battery pack. Would you let just anyone drain it randomly? No way. You need to become the CEO of your own emotional energy management company. This doesn't mean becoming a hermit or avoiding human connection. It means being intentional. Quality over quantity becomes your mantra. One deep, meaningful conversation is worth 10 superficial small talks. You're not interested in social small talk. You want connection that actually matters. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your sensitivity isn't just a challenge. It's a profound gift. While others skim the surface of human experience, you're diving deep. You pick up on nuances, emotional undertones, and subtle dynamics that most people completely miss. It's like having an emotional radar that's always tuned to the most intricate frequencies. Psychologists have found that highly sensitive people often excel in fields requiring deep empathy, creativity, and nuanced understanding. Writers, therapists, artists, researchers. Many of these professions are populated by individuals who process social interactions more intensely. Your so-called weakness is actually a superpower in disguise. Now, let's get practical. How do you actually manage this social energy without burning out? Think of it like interval training, but for your social muscles. Short, intense interactions followed by deliberate recovery periods. You're not avoiding social contact. You're optimizing it. Some game-changing strategies. Schedule recovery time after social events. Create a personal recharge ritual. Maybe it's reading a book, taking a long bath, meditation, or just sitting in complete silence. These aren't luxuries. They're essential maintenance for your unique psychological system. Moreover, communicate your needs. Tell your friends and family that you need recovery time. True connections understand and respect your boundaries. You're not being difficult. You're being authentically you. An authentic connection always trumps performative socializing. Ready to dive even deeper into understanding your social energy? Then make sure you're subscribed, because in the next part, we're going to unpack some mind-blowing strategies that will transform how you navigate social interactions forever. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Let's talk about something most people with high social sensitivity experience but rarely discuss: the emotional hangover. You know, that weird state where you've been social, and now you feel like you've simultaneously run a marathon and been through an emotional blender? This isn't just fatigue. It's a complex neurological experience. Your brain has been processing emotions, reading micro-expressions, navigating social dynamics, and essentially acting like a supercomputer tracking every single subtle interaction. It's exhausting. Imagine running multiple sophisticated software programs simultaneously while someone keeps changing the settings. That's your brain during social interactions. But here's the real game changer. Understanding doesn't mean fixing. It means accepting. Your social sensitivity is not a bug in your system. It's a feature. A powerful, incredibly sophisticated feature that allows you to experience the world with a depth most people can't even comprehend. Think about famous introverts and highly sensitive people who changed the world. Albert Einstein, who revolutionized physics, was notoriously introspective. Steve Jobs, who transformed technology, was known for his deep, intense focus. These weren't people who fixed their sensitivity. They leveraged it. Your sensitivity is like having an emotional GPS that others can only dream about. While extroverts are driving around, making small talk, you're navigating the profound landscapes of human experience. You're not just hearing conversations. You're understanding the entire emotional ecosystem behind them. Let's bust a massive myth. Being socially sensitive doesn't mean you're antisocial. It means you're selectively social. You're not interested in surface-level interactions. You want genuine, meaningful connections. And guess what? That's not a weakness. That's a superpower. Practical tip time. Learn to set energetic boundaries. Your social energy is precious. Treat it like the rare resource it is. It's okay to say no. It's okay to leave early. It's okay to prioritize your mental well-being. You're not being rude. You're being responsible to yourself. Develop a personal recharge toolkit. Maybe it's meditation, journaling, walking in nature, or listening to music. Find what helps you reset and integrate the massive amount of emotional information you've processed. This isn't self-indulgence, it's self-maintenance. And here's something that might blow your mind. Your sensitivity is actually an evolutionary advantage. In prehistoric times, highly sensitive individuals were the ones who noticed subtle environmental changes, detected potential threats, and protected their communities. You're not broken. You're a sophisticated survival mechanism. The world needs more people like you. People who feel deeply, think critically, and approach life with incredible emotional intelligence. Your sensitivity is not a limitation. It's a supernova of human potential waiting to be unleashed. If you've been nodding, feeling seen, and thinking, wow, this is exactly me, then do yourself a favor. Subscribe right now, because understanding yourself is the first step to unleashing your most incredible, authentically powerful self. Trust me, this journey of self-discovery is just beginning, and you do not want to miss what's coming next.